Not all paths are straight. Some twist deep into the unknown. Hey, I'm Amanda Joy, and every Thursday, a new episode of Down the Crooked Path beckons. Paranormal stories, strange encounters, and folklore that lingers long after dark. So take a deep breath, grab your flashlight, or let the mysteries guide your steps. Down the Crooked Path, available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Canadian Creepies is recorded on the traditional lands of the Haudenosaunee and Anishinaabe peoples, under the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Agreement. These lands and waters have been cared for since long before Canada existed, and they remain deeply important to Indigenous communities today. As we tell stories about darkness, injustice, and memory, I want to acknowledge the very real histories of colonization, violence, and erasure that Indigenous peoples continue to endure. A land acknowledgement can't undo that harm, but it is a reminder to keep listening, learning, and supporting in truth and reconciliation in meaningful ways. We share these stories not to forget, but to shine light, always with respect for peoples and nations whose land we live on. Canadian Creepies covers true crime, dark history, and disturbing events. Some episodes may include graphic descriptions or sensitive subject matter. We do our best to handle every story with care and respect for those affected. That said, we sometimes use humor and sarcasm as a way to process heavy content, never to disrespect victims, survivors, or their families. Listener discretion is advised. The following episode discusses sexual violence, abduction, and the long-term impacts of trauma. We present these details thoughtfully, but they may be difficult to hear. Listener discretion is strongly advised. Please prioritize your well-being.
That was good.
Thank you. I did that right in front of Amanda. Hi.
What's up, girl?
How are you?
You know.
We're pretending like we're doing this fresh.
We had a botched first attempt.
Yeah, new year, new recording session, new problems, new shirts, new
ideas.
Oh. Also not new shirts. We're upcycling shirts.
This is pretty old too, the one that I know you're referencing, but they don't because they can't see and didn't hear what we had talked about before.
So I'm going to talk about it again. Amanda is, that's exactly what I was gearing up for. Amanda is wearing this awesome tattoo style hocus pocus shirt, very Tim Burton-esque illustration and coloring. Very cool. Love it. It's a 10 out of 10.
A Christmas gift 3 years ago?
3 years. And we love an environmentally friendly queen on this podcast. And Happy New Year, creepers.
Happy New Year.
Welcome back for episode 50, actually.
That's perfect timing.
Right? I don't, let me tell you, my friends and creeps, I am good, and some stuff I do plan out, and I'll be honest with you, when I plan it out, did not plan this out. Just totally worked out in my favor.
There's been a few times we've done that. Yeah,
when like a case lines up with a release date, or where it's like, I did not plan this, or it's like a death anniversary date. Even like the Robert Pickton episode 1, there was something... I can't remember.
Yeah, it's happened to us a few times.
That was 49 episodes ago.
The Picton one was you and Allie, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now I'm here.
You're here. And Allie will come back when she has time. She's running a farm.
Yeah. And lots of busy things. I mean, we just both took breaks. I took an unexpected break from my own podcast. It just kind of was like, all right, I'm throwing up old episodes. Yes. I just didn't have time.
Right. And for those of you, sorry, I got excited about my thought and went to cut you off. I didn't mean to do that. I just didn't.
I didn't even notice.
Oh, great! It was just like a natural flow of conversation. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Down the Crooked Path, everybody, listen to Down the Crooked Path. It's the last few episodes that I have shared have been Amanda's full-time content on her own podcast called Down the Crooked Path. Episodes come out Thursday, same day as Canadian Creepies. So you can, on Thursday morning, you can wake up, you can bop onto your Spotify, you can save Canadian Creepies episode and Down the Crooked Path episode. You've got an episode for your commute to work and one on the way home. And probably a little extra for your lunch break.
Double the creepy, double the fun.
Double the creep, double the fun. Also, before we get into it, speakpipe.com/Canadian creepies. You guys aren't sending me emails. Some of you are.
That is my bad. I meant to do one for you, and then I ended up on a side quest.
That's okay.
I don't know what
problem.
that was. I don't remember, but I do remember promising you one, and then just now remembering that I did not follow through.
That's okay, because you know what will be easy about it will be when you go to do it, and it's just a voice recording. So gone are the days of emails, but you can still email me and message me on Instagram. But if you go to speakpipe.com/Canadian creepies, you can send me a voice message.
Are we able to play voice messages?
Yeah, and then I'll play them here.
Ooh, so yeah, guys, send us your creepy stories.
Yeah, I can download them as an audio file and then bop them. Kyle will bop them right in here for me.
And you'll hear your own voice on our podcast.
You'll hear your own voice, and I would love to represent you as your talent agent. 15%. Just kidding.
Val is a woman who wears many hats.
I attempt to wear many hats.
Same girl.
Okay, should we get into it?
Yeah, let's
do it. Without further ado. This was also a listener suggestion from Carrie, one of my sponsors. She's back from the Dead Goods. She also made our pins, Flowhawk 1-inch Pin Company, based out of Windsor, Ontario. Check her out. She suggested this case. It's also a book. It very famously happened in Windsor, which I believe is why she suggested it. So here we
tracks.
go. Yeah. And also, you can nominate your creeps of the week on speakpipe.com/Canadian creepies. You can be like, there's this creep in my own town, and just vaguely tell me about it. Tell me your hometown, the name, and I will hopefully be able to figure out the rest. Or whatever. A haunting. Okay. Speakpipe.com/Canadian creepies. The road between Detroit and Windsor has seen countless nights, countless travelers. But one night in 1976, under the hum of freeway lights, a terrible choice was made. One that turned an ordinary drive into an unthinkable ordeal. This is not just a story of violence. It's a story of survival. And the woman who refused to let darkness define her. And you know, here at Canadian Creepies, we are for the girls, gays, and theys. So here we go. We don't hate men.
We just prefer others.
Just putting that on the record. Do you want to do the background?
Sure, I can do the I got tongue-tied saying background there. So who was Melissa McCormick?
Oh, yeah. Her name is Melissa McCormick. But you'll know that from the episode title. Yeah.
So Melissa was born and raised in Windsor, Ontario. She has publicly discussed being raised in a Siberian heritage family. Serbian.
Yep,
Siberian.
Siberian. The Trans-Siberian Orchestra, man. They were just in town.
They were. And I have seen ads for them and another rock thing pop up all over for Hamilton next month.
Yeah.
All over my news feeds. Her upbringing included strict rules, cultural expectations, and religious values.
That's not different from a lot of folks, right?
Yeah, very relatable. As a teenager and young adult, she worked at local gigs and clubs in Windsor. In her late teens, she and her friends frequently crossed into Detroit for nightlife, common in the Windsor area due to the proximity to the U.S. border. Back in the day, we are in Niagara, and we're a border town as well. And my mom and my aunts and stuff will all still talk about when they would go over
the river. That's always
over the river.
Oh, back when we used to go over the river.
Over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go.
Over the river and through the woods to another bar we go.
Yeah, that's more like it.
To drink and drive where there were no cops.
And they did too. That's half the stories. My mom
story. Yeah. I was at the bar till 4 a.m. We were driving home. We're like,
I probably shouldn't be driving, but I was.
I know. And then they. Ugh.
Fuck. But at the time of the attack, she was 19 years old, and this was in 1976. Her life before the incident involved working, socializing with friends, and navigating independence typical of a young adult.
Yeah, she was just trying to find her way in life. Mm-hmm. At 19, what are you doing? You're invincible, you think.
Hell, I'm still trying to find my way in life.
Right? You're finding your way in life. You're making messes. You're cleaning them up. You're saying sorry. You're not. You're pissing people off. You're 19.
You're messing up and you don't even realize you're messing up.
You don't even realize it. You're being rude. You're falling down. You're standing up. You're puking. Maybe you get pregnant. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
In a nightclub over the river.
Yeah, in a nightclub over the river.
So the Windsor border town culture in 1976 was highly connected to nightlife culture. Crossing the border for clubs, concerts, music was very common among young adults.
Oh, okay. So Windsor and Detroit were connected, basically, as you were saying.
They're border, like Niagara Falls.
Yeah, because it was
Ontario, Niagara Falls, New York.
Yeah, because it was chill to get over the border.
Or like
border agents were just
Lewiston.
Yeah, border agents were just letting drunk kids off you go. Have fun.
Have a good night.
Go pay for your cheaper beer.
So the Windsor had lower drinking age in 1970s that attracted both youth and Americans to this type of atmosphere and nightlife.
Yeah, because our drinking age is 19 and in the States it's 21.
Yeah. Detroit's music scene and Windsor's broadcasting, such as CKLW, created a shared cultural environment that was dominated by Motown, rock, soul, and blues.
Ooh, like a music hub.
I like it.
Yeah.
Windsor had several notable nightlife venues, including casinos and clubs, contributing to an active nighttime social scene.
Oh, yeah. Casinos. That'll do it.
It's kind of like, again, very similar to, to us.
Very similar.
Aren't we building a third casino? I think I heard.
I don't know.
I think I heard that was in
They'll probably do that
works.
with Marineland instead of building a theme park.
They've still got the belugas there. Is it the belugas?
Yeah,
or
the belugas
are still
That's going to be, we'll do something on that probably.
Oh, that's a good one. John Holler.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Creep of the week.
I met his son.
I've never met any of the family, and I guess that's...
Not good people.
I mean, maybe a blessing, but...
It is a blessing.
In Windsor in the 1970s, it was largely working class, with many residents crossing regularly into Detroit for work as well as entertainment and social life. Because for the short travel time across the river, late-night border crossings were a routine part of young adulthood.
Oh, so it's just something you did.
Yeah, it was normal.
Let's just go over the river.
Social and economic ties between the two cities made movement across the border feel natural and frequent for many teens and young adults.
Teenagers crossing the border on their own as a concept is wild.
As someone who grew up in...
I guess I did as a teenager. Maybe when I was 17, I crossed the border to go shopping at the Walden Galleria.
Yeah, maybe with like a group of my friends, but I didn't go to nightclubs.
Yeah, we had the Garmin GPS. Like, this will take us.
MapQuest printed out.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of safety and risk factors, and this is for historical context. The Windsor and Detroit border region had longstanding underground economies stemming from Prohibition-era smuggling, which contributed to the nightlife-associated risks. Kiddie bars, late nightclubs, and mixed-age spaces increased exposure to unpredictable social environments. Detroit, in the mid-1970s, experienced rising violent crime rates, which affected the border in the broader sense. I keep saying border and broader. My goodness.
Okay. It's tough.
Words, English.
Words, things.
It affected the broader sense of safety for those who were crossing into or through the city, especially at night.
Mm-hmm.
While no specific dates exist on the safety of the 19-year-old women in the region at that time, the combination of nightlife, border crossing, anonymity,
You're doing great.
and high crime rates suggested elevated risk factors.
That was me trying to cross-reference the culture and the nightlife with how safe was it for women. A 19-year-old, specifically a 19-year-old woman in those times. So with her routine, it's suggesting that there were elevated risk factors.
Yeah. Especially at 19.
But it wasn't out of the norm of what any other 19-year-old woman was doing.
Yeah.
So what are you to do? Stay home?
No.
You know what I mean? Not live? What do you do?
Someone jumps off a bridge, I'm jumping with them.
That's right.
Especially at 19.
Yes, right?
There are no documented studies that detail safety perceptions or assault statistics specifically for young women engaging in cross-border nightlife in 1976.
Yeah, I was looking for that.
There's no public information describing how safe or unsafe Windsor or Detroit nightlife was for women at the age of 19 beyond general crime trends.
Yeah. Just so everybody knows. So that's what remains unknown about just contextually and historically what, just to, give you guys, I know some people like numbers and stats.
Yeah. It basically was whatever was happening to 19-year-old women
wasn't recorded.
It was just kind of lumped in with everybody else.
Yes, thank you. That's the way of putting it. And not that it wasn't recorded, but we know also in the 70s a lot of young women that went missing and boys. It was attributed to being runaways as well, right? So we don't know that, but that's a anyway.
Conspiracy theory for another day.
Don't clip me. Okay. Here is the night that changed everything. Or the crime.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So in 1976, at the age of 19, Melissa McCormick was returning to Windsor after a night out with friends in Detroit. Just so routine. And while driving, she became stranded on the freeway due to a flat tire. And no cell phone, no CAA, no car phone, no house in sight even. And even if there was a house, would you want to go knock on it?
No. I've blown a tire.
In the 70s.
In the 70s, that's different. My mom used to hitchhike.
Oh my God.
And she's like, I'd carry a screwdriver. Like,
that's fine.
That was her protection.
Okay.
But like, I've blown a tire on the freeway and I've had CAA and I've had my cell phone and it's still not fun. So I can only imagine
just like waiting.
In the dark.
Yeah. The incident occurred along a Detroit area freeway while she was attempting to return home. So here is the sequence of events. A man stopped and offered to help change the damaged tire, which you would trust. During this interaction, additional men approached the scene. I hate that. That would be, your stomach would just fucking drop. Your stomach would just drop. And you would know. I'm sure she has a book called The Queen's Daughter, which we'll talk about. So for anybody who wants more information, like, read the book. It's on my to-read list. Melissa was robbed at gunpoint by the group, which you would hope would be the end of it. But then the men kidnapped her and forced her into a vehicle. Never go to the second location. But that wasn't her choice, so we're not blaming her. Over the course of approximately 12 hours, she was repeatedly gang raped by multiple assailants.
12 hours.
What? Where were these men's families where they were just unaccounted for 12 hours raping this woman? Do you know what I mean?
I've been in, not quite a similar situation, but I did have a flat tire one time at the Boston Pizza on the Hill. Mm-hmm. And I was there with my friend, and this guy came over and offered to help. And then all of his buddies. And we were, at that point, like, the bar had closed down.
Yeah.
There was no one else in that parking lot. My friend is, like, beyond enabled. Like, she's inebriated beyond the point, like, blitzed out. I was half carrying her, and I was like, fuck, this is not good. And I immediately got on my phone, and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm calling my dad. He lives up the street. And they all got in their cars and drove off. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, close. But it's like that kind of, and here is not, and I'm not assuming anybody's like, just like a good, I was listening to True Crime Canada.
Okay.
That one. And about the hockey trial. And it was that one.
Disgusting.
And also I think I listened to Front Burner, and there was an analyst talking about, like, because there are people who, because of the phenomena in Canada of, like, men's hockey and the amount of, like, sexual assaults that happen, there's literally analysts for it now. And this man was saying, so especially, like, this is just an example, but so with like the OHL, let's say, or travel hockey players, they're taught at a very young age, because they're traded so freely, they're taught at a very young age that their bodies aren't theirs. And then they regain their, like, they feel like they regain their bodies, like, when they're in the locker room with other men.
Right.
And then as things progress, like, it naturally progresses into, like, group sex. And then that is, like, the initiation of, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys have to listen to the episode.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
It it becomes normal for them
it becomes normal to just like sexualize each other and have no regard for each other's bodies, that they forget other people want autonomy over their own bodies. And I think in the 70s, that is just something that happened because women weren't even allowed their own credit cards yet, were they?
No.
Was a woman?
It was late 70s.
Late 70s. So in 1976,
a
woman. That's a good. Let me see.
I think actually it was 1976.
Year in Ontario. Oops. Could a woman get a credit card or own property or get a job? I want to know. I feel like this is relevant information.
It is.
Okay, it's like the 1800s. Okay. Getting a credit card in their own name. 1967 or between 1974. Okay, Canadian banks formally ended policies requiring a husband's consent between 1974 and 1978. So if you are a man growing up knowing that the person you and by all accounts the person you marry, you are in charge of that human.
Yeah, women were considered property.
Women were considered property. So like this girl with a flat tire was not Melissa was not considered her own person. She was just like a toy they were picking up or whatever.
There were actually, I think I might have posted this in my personal stories today, but there was a thing I was listening to today about men, not all men, but most men hate women, even though they date women and
they don't like us.
And it's because that's how the patriarchy teaches them. When you're taught how to be a man, you're not taught men do this. You're taught men don't cry. Yeah. That's associated with femininity. Men don't play with these toys. Those are for girls. Men don't wear these things. That's for women. So you're taught at a young age to hate women, but you also
run like a girl. You throw like a girl.
Yeah, you're a wuss. You throw like a girl. Don't cry, you sissy boy. Like stuff like that. So everything they're taught not to be, which is the only way they're taught to be a man, is don't be a woman.
Don't be feminine.
Yeah. And then they're also taught that their only value is in how many women that they can get. So they're taught to, at the same time, pursue women sexually and see us as conquests. And that's why there's a rise in violence.
But not value us at all.
As people, yeah.
That's why I hate it. I hate it. Okay, back to this.
We got a little sidetracked there, but that was important.
Good. It was contextually, it was good. That's word of the podcast. Ding! Contextually. So the violence, okay, I don't want to repeat what I said. We know where I ended off.
Mm-hmm.
Raped by multiple assailants. The violence included threats, physical assault, and sustained sexual assault. And she was eventually released after the prolonged attack.
Which is rare.
So rare.
Usually.
So rare.
Usually the reason why women are murdered after is because there is shame and guilt that is associated with what they've done.
Well, this was the 70s. They didn't care.
No. Do they now?
True. Melissa survived the ordeal and reported the crime to the police. She underwent rape analysis and medical examination following her escape. And honestly, Melissa McCormick walked so we could run. Going through with this in the 70s, who would have been all male cops, all male doctors. Her case became part of a broader discussion of cross-border crime and survivor silence in that era, later described publicly in her memoir and interviews.
Even now, it's not a great situation, because I think in the Niagara region, if you are raped and you do want to have a rape kit, they have to take you to Hamilton.
Yeah, so that was because we had, I remember when this happened, it's because we have one hospital worker capable of
that's bullshit.
Doing a rape kit. And they're on maternity leave or something. Or they got overworked.
Which,
understandably.
The Niagara Municipal is 12 cities.
Yes. And now imagine being raped and then going to getting up the courage to go to the hospital And then they send you in a cab.
With a strange man.
With a strange man in a cab to a strange city and say, go get a rape kit. You're not going.
That's why a lot of
I think
rape
that's also on the
cases-
NRP. They should be more on top of that too.
Yes. I mean, well, right now, even our healthcare system in general is...
brutal. It's being starved by Doug Ford.
I think I saw the other day that the current wait time in some cities for the emergency room, if you're not having a heart attack or having sawed your arm off, is 36 hours.
Yeah. That's also because people go when they shouldn't go.
Because there's no doctors.
Yeah, that's true though. Yeah. Because Doug Ford is purposely starving our healthcare system in Ontario. So that way we get privatized healthcare.
Yeah.
No. Please continue on. And if you try leaving me a voice note about our difference in politics, Kyle's going to screen them all for me. So, sucks to be you.
She don't even listen to them.
I don't even listen to them first. I only get the nice ones. Or the legitimate ones.
Legitimate is a good word. Yes.
Oh my God, I just got deja vu. I dreamt this. Sorry.
Timelines are crossing. We just Stranger Things.
We did.
So here was the fallout, the recovery, the trauma, and the road to healing, which honestly, are you healed today after?
I mean,
poor woman. Following the attack, Melissa McCormick experienced severe depression.
Yes.
I mean, no shit.
I imagine. And again, if you want like more detail on this, the Queen's daughter, Melissa McCormick has tons of stuff out there you can read.
She's a huge
advocate. Jinx. Huge advocate, huge name. Remember here, Canadian Creepies, I aim to be as thorough as I can, but I am but a girl.
A mere person.
I'm a mere human. I am but mere mortal.
She has publicly described intense feelings of shame.
No.
Self-blame.
No.
And emotional isolation.
That's awful.
I mean, you would emotionally isolate if people, because you feel shame and self-blame because that's what we're taught. We're taught not all men, but as a woman, we're not supposed to walk out late at night because a man might attack us.
They might.
As a woman, if we're going on a date or meeting someone for the first time, we
Tell
have to let
location.
Exactly. We have to be careful with what we wear because men might attack us.
I can't go shirtless even though I want to and it's hot out.
And it's legally allowed in Ontario.
It's legally allowed.
Women are allowed to be
topless. But I will be
sexualized.
And you know what else will happen? Somebody will take a picture of me and post it on Facebook.
Yeah. And then shame you for it.
And then shame me for it. I'll be like, you jealous of these titties, bitties?
Free the nip.
Honestly.
But yeah, like we are.
I've thought about, okay, go first, sorry.
Sorry. No, we're just taught that it's always our fault. There's no accountability on the man. So of course you would feel that type of shame and guilt. And then you would feel emotionally isolated because who the fuck wants to talk to anybody that's constantly blaming you for this traumatic event that you experienced?
Right?
Yeah. You were going to say something.
No, it's okay. It was not relevant.
Okay.
It was not relevant.
The assault triggered a significant identity crisis.
Yeah.
Affecting her sense of self and direction during early adulthood. She has stated that she lived for years trying to appear fine while privately struggling with trauma.
Yeah, like you're trying to just go through the motion of your life. Get up, shower, have breakfast. To people who struggle with mental health, yeah, I mean, getting out of bed is pat yourself on the back, girl. Like some days that's, you know, showering, brushing teeth, like these small tasks can be very difficult.
And there's still a stigma that is attached to, especially like in the 70s. It's probably worse than it is now.
Yeah.
But like, I remember when I started to have real bad anxiety and panic attacks and my anxiety was through the roof. And I was telling somebody very close to me, like, I'm going on medication for this. And they were like, do you want to be on medication? And I was like,
yes,
bitch, I fucking need to.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I don't want to feel like this anymore.
Something is wrong with me and I need it to be addressed.
And how blessed you must be to not, you know, to
not
have never
feel.
To go, oh, I can just take some St. John's wort.
They're like, just jump up and down and tell yourself you feel okay. And I was like, don't you think I've tried that?
I've done the sit-ups.
It doesn't work. So yeah, I guess you would be struggling privately because like even stigmas now make people struggle privately.
And therapy was less common.
Very, yeah. And it was that was even more shameful.
It was like a joke. It was like a joke science.
Yeah.
They still refer to it as a pseudoscience.
Which is unbelievable considering what we know now. It's fascinating.
I want a gif of you saying that. Unbelievable.
In the aftermath, she was placed on prescription medications.
Hell yeah. Go off, queen.
Right? Including tranquilizers and antidepressants.
Nope. Not the tranquilizers. No, queen. No.
Antidepressants, hell yes.
Okay, yes.
To manage anxiety and emotional instability. I wonder if the tranquilizers, though, were to help her sleep.
Maybe.
Because I'm sure she was having hella nightmares.
Yeah, you're right. It's such a slippery slope. I shouldn't judge. We're like, we can't judge anybody. I'm like, no, not the tranquilizers. You. Yeah, you. Still haunting the same old fast fashion? Time to dig up something better with Back from the Dead Goods, a Canadian small business where forgotten threads get a second life and sustainability meets spooky. This isn't just upcycled clothing. It's resurrected fashion with an eerie edge. Handpicked, reworked, and revived, every piece is as unique as a ghost story whispered at midnight. And because you're a part of the Canadian Creepies family, you get an exclusive deal. Use code Canadian Creepies at checkout for 10% off. Find them lurking on Instagram, Etsy, and Poshmark. Links are in the episode description. Give your wardrobe a second chance at life. If you dare. Hey creeps, it's Valerie here. And if you're anything like us, you love capturing a moment, whether it's spooky, sweet, or somewhere delightfully in between. Let me introduce you to our go-to for stunning shots, darkroom photography, based right here in the heart of the Niagara region. Mel, the brilliant eye behind the lens, is a lifestyle and creative photographer who brings a little bit of magic and maybe a touch of mystery to every session. She's got all her prices listed right on her website, super transparent, no tricks, and she runs killer seasonal specials around Mother's Day, Halloween, Christmas, and more. I'm telling you, her Halloween sessions, creepy perfection. So, if you're in the Niagara area and looking to capture memories that are hauntingly beautiful, hit up Mel at mel@darkroomphotography.ca or check out her work at www.darkroomphotography.ca. That's Darkroom Photography, where your memories come to life, even in the dark. Support reproductive justice in Niagara. Niagara Reproductive Justice is a grassroots collective based in the Niagara region of Ontario, working to increase visibility and access to sexual and reproductive health care. They support people seeking abortion and other essential care by offering transportation, financial assistance, logistical help, and emotional support. Here's how you can help. You can make a one-time donation. Send an e-transfer to niagarareproductivejustice@gmail.com. Your support helps cover costs like gas for volunteer drivers, overnight stays, childcare, and other urgent needs. You can also support monthly via Patreon. Join their Patreon and support the cause month to month. It's patreon.com/Niagara Reproductive Justice. And you can volunteer your time. NRJ is always looking for volunteers to help with driving, outreach, admin support, and community organizing. If you're looking to make a real impact in the Niagara region, this is a great place to start. Contact them via email or DM them on Instagram or Facebook to learn more. You can find them on Instagram at Niagara Reproductive Justice and on Facebook at Niagara Reproductive Justice. Help amplify access to reproductive care right here in our own backyard. Whether you donate, volunteer, or spread the word, you're a part of the movement. Looking for your next obsession? The Creators Collective Podcasts is your gateway to the dark, the chilling, and the downright fascinating. We're a community of independent podcasts with one goal: to share the best in true crime, paranormal tales, folklore, and unexplained mysteries. Whether you crave cold cases that won't stay closed, haunted histories that refuse to be forgotten, or stories that make you sleep with the lights on, there's a show waiting for you in the collective. And when you join us, you're not just listening to one podcast. You're stepping into a world of creators who love this stuff as much as you do. Check out the Creators Collective today. Follow the link in our show notes to discover your next favorite podcast. We'll be waiting for you. Let's take a moment during this break to talk about something that matters. Something that doesn't get to be background noise. The Anishinaabe-Moan word, Niki Nagana, means we are all related, and we are. But relationship isn't just about words, it's about responsibility. Canadian author Naomi Klein once said, "It is not enough to say that we live on Indigenous land. We have to act as if we do." And one way to do that is by supporting Pay Your Rent, a grassroots mutual aid initiative that offers direct material support to Indigenous organizers across this land. It's not charity, it's rent. For those of us who aren't Indigenous to this place, it's a way to show up differently, to redistribute some of what's been taken. The Pay Your Rent Fund started as a one-time request for help in 2018 and grew into a nonprofit called Niki Nagana. Your monthly or one-time donation can help provide food, hygiene supplies, housing support, and resources for Indigenous-led resistance and community care. So if you've ever said, we're all related, ask yourself, are you being a good relative? Visit payyourrent.ca and find out more about how you can be part of something better. Now, back to this case.
She underwent therapy and psychological support, though she has described the healing process as long, complex, and non-linear.
It's not. Healing is like a squiggly line.
Even like my anxiety has been pretty chill for the past year, but the start of the new year for some reason has been crazy. So like it really isn't linear. Like anybody who you talk to who has some sort of mental health anything will tell you, like, even on medication, you can have a flare up where you're just not feeling okay.
Yeah, you can.
I
can vouch.
Yeah. Go off in the comments.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yes.
Let us know. Like when I get my period every month. And I magically forget. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
You posted about that.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Oh, I should read that. Actually, I'm going to read it for the people.
But I think people forget that. And that's what makes them feel alone. They need to know that they're not alone and other people do it.
Exactly. I'm just for the people. My beige flag is that every month I literally feel like I need to be institutionalized for several days and don't know why I feel so horrible and sick. And I feel like I'm going insane and have never been more miserable and unhappy in my life. And then I start my period. Every single month. I am completely unprepared. Every single month this happens.
How long have you been experiencing your menstrual cycle?
20 years at least. At least.
Oh. I think most women can relate to that, though.
Fuck. It's a part of our makeup. We just forget.
Because we're expected to just go on like everything's normal and we didn't just bleed for 5 days
my back's
straight.
Feeling like it's thrown out. Also, I went to flick my hair like this yesterday morning.
Pulled.
And kinked my neck.
I mean, you're 35 now. That happens.
My neck is just so if you're just any 35-year-old women are over listening, if your hair is under your collar, make sure. Careful. Don't flick your hair.
Careful how you bend.
Yeah, careful how you bend.
Oh. Her early recovery included periods of emotional withdrawal, difficulty maintaining relationships, and persistent trauma-related symptoms. After years of silence, Melissa made the decision to publicly share her story.
Hell yeah.
Yes, woman.
Hell yeah, Melissa.
Beginning with speaking engagement about survival and resilience.
I love that.
Awesome. She later wrote and published her memoir, The Queen's Daughter.
The Queen's Daughter.
As part of a reclaiming her narrative and helping other survivors feel less alone. She became active in victim advocacy, including serving as the president of Windsor and Essex County Sexual Assault Crisis Center from 2005 to 2008.
Oh, she was the president.
I mean, she's the Queen's daughter.
She's the Queen's daughter.
Yes.
I wonder why it's called that.
I wonder why too. Well, we'll both have to read this and report back to everybody. Or if you've read it,
let us know.
Yes.
You know, I'm going to add it on my thing right now. The Queen's Daughter. And then I'll remember to take it out at the library. Because support your local libraries.
I am, big supporters of your local libraries over here. They are more important than most people realize.
I started reading the Practical Magic series.
Oh.
And I finished one and I was like, this is...
Oh, I think we talked about this.
Yes.
And you were like, oh, there's another one. And I was like, did you know about this one? And you're like, wait.
Yes. So I got Magic Lessons. Okay, so I got Magic Lessons, finished Magic Lessons. That's the first one. And then I thought Practical Magic was next. So I e-booked it.
I think Practical Magic came out first.
Yes.
Though.
Oh, yeah. No, but there's... But I want to read them chronologically.
Yeah.
And then so I thought Practical Magic was next. So I like went on the library app, found the ebook, was like, oh my God, I don't even have to wait. Started reading the introduction, was like, something's not adding up. So I Googled it. There's one more. There's one more before Practical Magic. So I put that one on hold.
Oh, I love you.
And there's one after as well.
Yes. I think that's the one I was telling you about. I've only read Practical Magic. But I do need to read the others. They are all on my list of 400 really plus TBR list.
You will like magic lessons. 10 out of 10.
The little witch in me is excited.
1600s witches. Really good. It's where the Owens women start.
I love me a historical witchcraft story.
The start of the Owens women.
Going back.
Sorry.
Melissa has spoken about the importance of breaking stigma.
Hell yeah, queen.
And validating survivors and improving support systems of victims of sexual violence. Because really, even today, it's shit.
Yes, genuinely.
Just look on TikTok. The comment sections in some people's things just incite so much rage in me.
Right? Okay, let's talk about the memoir and her public reckoning. Melissa McCormick chose to write her memoir, The Queen's Daughter, as a way to reclaim her story after years of silence. She has stated that her goal was to give voice to survivors, challenge stigma, and openly address the realities of sexual assault. And the book emerged from her personal healing process and desire to reach others who had endured similar trauma. Because there's so many people who have endured a similar trauma. The memoir is described as honest, raw, and harrowing, detailing the events of the assault and its long-term impacts. Its tone reflects both the pain of trauma and the strength of survival, focusing on healing after violence. And themes include recovery, identity rebuilding, resilience, and the emotional complexity of living through and beyond sexual violence. The narrative emphasizes empowerment and hope, offering a path toward understanding and solidarity for other survivors. Oof, that connectedness. That's beautiful that this is what she chose to do with her experience.
Took a traumatic event and put a positive...
or try to help others.
Like, she didn't let it destroy her.
Right, yes. Yeah. Didn't let it take her down. The Queen's Daughter became a regional bestseller and received strong engagement within survivor communities. And the memoir resonated deeply with readers, particularly victims of sexual assault, advocates, and support organizations. And McCormick has been invited to speak at events, interviews, and programs discussing the book's themes of trauma and resilience. The memoir contributed to her broader role as a public advocate, solidifying her influence within local and national conversations about survivor support, which is good that she has, put herself in this position so that way she was able to sort of help shape the narrative moving forward. I mean, it's such a huge, you have to smash the patriarchy in order to get, proper, even education on sexual assault. So that's a huge undertaking, and she's done a wonderful job so far.
Because women's everything is not looked at through a proper lens.
No.
Like, I just found out that as of 2024, your menstrual products, like pads and tampons, aren't the proper absorbency, because up until 2024, they weren't using actual blood to test them.
No, they were using the blue liquid.
Sealing. They were using sealing.
Yeah.
So,
like, what's happening?
And it was...
So you're not the problem if you're leaking.
Yes.
Not you.
It's not your fault.
And we were taxed on tampons and stuff for a long
bullshit.
time. But you're not taxed for condoms.
Which is ridiculous.
Wild.
It's like men not having birth control.
Yeah. Ugh.
Because they have their medication gave them the same symptoms that women experienced.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So from survivor to speaker and advocate, Melissa McCormick has, again, as we mentioned, served as the president for the Sexual Assault Crime Center. Her role involved supporting survivors, shaping organizational priorities, and contributing to the community education on sexual violence.
Yeah.
She has been involved in the Women's Economic Forum.
Okay.
A group focused on empowerment, leadership, and economic support for women.
Yeah. Way to turn your experience into a superpower.
I love that. Superpower.
Yeah.
She has also contributed to the Ladies Exclusive Alliance,
Okay.
which is a network for women focused on personal and professional development.
I'm afraid with these things, she's going a little too corporate for me. I want to see her be a little bit more grassroots, but
I think it's more how difficult it is for some women to find jobs. Because a lot of times it's like, well, for one, I see it even now, like going back to the TikTok comments where men are like, no, you are supposed to help me pay all the bills, but I don't want you to be at work. You need to stay home and take care of the children.
Yeah.
You need to stay home and do my laundry.
No.
And there still isn't, there's still pay gaps.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah.
So I think that's maybe more of what she's going for.
Yeah, I just mean names like the Women's Economic Forum and the Ladies Exclusive Alliance.
Yeah. I pick it up what you're putting down.
Yeah, I would just like to see like some more grassroots initiatives. Because I think I don't believe in trickle down. I believe in grassroots. Changes from the bottom.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Thank you. Thank you. Get off my soapbox.
Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.
Yeah.
Or Val's TED Talk.
Thank you.
Her outreach includes participation in community programs, survivor support initiatives, and women's advocacy events across Windsor and Essex. Melissa frequently speaks publicly about her experience as a survivor, sharing her story through keynote talks, workshops, and interviews. Her speaking focuses on resilience, healing, trauma recovery, and empowerment. She has been featured on podcasts and at conferences discussing emotional recovery, stigma reduction, and the long-term impacts of sexual violence.
Good for her.
And that is one thing that they really, men don't clue into. There's a lot of men who don't realize how long that traumatic event really does
PTSD.
Impact you.
Yeah.
Same with postpartum.
Yeah.
Like men are like, I should have a say. You're just pregnant for it's just 9 months of it isn't 9 months.
No, it's way longer.
Postpartum can affect you for 5 years.
Yeah, I think I had postpartum depression for
Yeah, and it's serious. Through her memoir and her public advocacy, Melissa has helped raise awareness about sexual violence and the challenges survivors face. Her openness has contributed to reduction of stigma, encouraging more survivors to speak out and seek support. Within the Windsor-Essex area and beyond, she is recognized for influencing conversations around victim support services, trauma-informed responses, and survivor empowerment.
Good for her.
I think the victim support responses is huge too, especially right after something like that has happened to you. And you're so confused and
you're so vulnerable.
And if you talk to people who have experienced even domestic violence in that moment, right after it happens, they're like, no, that didn't really.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. After years of trauma recovery, Melissa McCormick rebuilt her life. She became a mother, a businesswoman, and a community leader. Her healing process included redefining her identity beyond the assault and developing a life rooted in stability and purpose. And she continued to expand her role in the community through advocacy, writing, and speaking, turning her personal experience into a platform for change.
Preach, woman.
Right? McCormick emphasizes that survivors can reclaim their narrative, regardless of the violence they endured. And she publicly advocates that trauma does not define a person's future and that healing is possible through support, honesty, and resilience. Her story demonstrates that survivors can use their experiences to help others, contributing to a larger culture of empowerment and solidarity. That's what I mean about grassroots.
Yeah.
Using your experience to help others is good. That's a good thing. Even if it's a good or bad experience, whatever it is, use that experience to help others, and it's only good things can come of that. Here's the broader social importance. Melissa's story highlights how one moment of violence can alter an entire life, underscoring the long-term impact of sexual assault on survivors. Her work brings attention to the need for strong support systems, trauma-informed services, and community education. As a public figure in survivor advocacy, she has helped shift conversations in Windsor, Essex, and beyond about stigma, recovery, and the importance of listening to survivors. Her legacy contributes to broader awareness of how resilience, community care, and justice movements can help survivors rewrite the ending of their story.
What happened to the guys who did this to her?
I guess we didn't go into that. I wanted to make it more about her this episode.
But I want,
They probably went to jail.
I fucking hope so.
I'll quickly check.
Because, so many times people do get off for doing these horrible crimes. And it's mostly because there isn't enough support for victims. And there's people shame them right after it's happened. And that's why a lot of times we see, when people are like, oh, why didn't she say something sooner? It happened 20 years ago.
Yeah. One sec here. Seven men were charged in connection with her assault. Joe Evans was 22 at the time. He was convicted of rape and received 2 life sentences.
Oh.
He remained incarcerated in a Michigan prison. Marcus Robinson was age 17 at the time.
Fuck, that's so
Where were
young.
their parents going?
For 12 hours.
For 12 hours.
And who knows how long they weren't home up until that point. That 12 hours was just when they were...
Had her.
How long was your kid out there doing God knows what to, clearly Melissa.
Right? Marcus Robinson was 17 and he was given a life sentence and was still serving it at the time of this report, which is the source, which is Crime in Detroit. Melvin Dalton was 19 at the time. Served a life sentence in a Michigan prison. Frank Hurd was 18 at the time, sentenced to 15 to 40 years in prison, and was paroled in 1983 and later discharged from parole roughly 2 years after that. And then a then 16-year-old, name not specified, tried and sentenced as an adult to 10 to 30 years. He finished parole in 1984. And an unnamed 15-year-old was dealt with under the juvenile court jurisdiction.
So the oldest guy was 22?
No, I'm not done yet.
Oh.
The Michigan Department of Corrections, sorry, I'm uncomfortable laughing. The Michigan Department of Corrections did not have public records on his later whereabouts as of the source date. So the 15-year-old at the time could still probably alive and chilling.
Yeah.
And Ordell Walker was age 23 at the time. He was cleared of the rape charge and was not convicted in connection with McCormick's case.
Why the fuck is a 23-year-old and 22-year-old hanging out with 15, 16, and 17-year-olds?
I don't know. Brothers or cousins or...
Because, otherwise that's really creepy if they're not, related.
Yeah.
That's
what were you doing?
Yeah.
It's some grooming.
Yeah, that's very unsavory conditions in and of itself there.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad to hear that they got life sentences for that because a lot of fucking Brock Turner.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was stupid.
I'm so glad that he's in textbooks.
Yeah, me too.
So pictures there. All right. So let's discuss why this matters, why this is so important, because
it's an important episode. Episode 50.
Yeah. Stories like Melissa's highlight the long-term impact of sexual violence, including emotional, psychological, and social consequences. Survivor narratives play a critical role in...
The crime happened in 1976?
Yes.
I just did quick math. What year is it?
Oh my God.
2026. How many years ago was that?
50 years ago.
What episode number is this?
Oh.
Accident.
We do stuff like that all the time.
All the time. That's how I know I'm supposed to be doing this podcast.
It's so serendipitous.
Okay, sorry to...
Okay, you scared me there for a second. I was like, oh wait, what? What are the cats doing?
No. That's crazy.
Oh. Survivor narratives play a critical role in shaping public understanding of trauma, correcting misconceptions, and humanizing the realities faced by victims. Personal accounts can help illuminate the ways trauma can influence identity, relationships, and life trajectory. I guess so. If you were raped by a man, how hard would you have, especially 12 men?
12 men.
Trying to have...
Was it 12 men?
I think it said 12 at the beginning. trying to form a relationship.
7.
Oh, 7? I know 7 were charged. Yeah.
So it could have been 12.
Yeah, I think we said 12 earlier. Was 12 men pulled up or something?
Okay.
I could be wrong. I could be misremembering things.
It's okay.
But like, you would have a hard time having any sort of romantic relationship with someone after that. Public discussions of sexual assault challenges silence and shame, which remain major barriers preventing survivors from seeking help. Sharing stories helps reduce stigma by emphasizing that the responsibility lies with the perpetrators, not the victims.
The person who did it is the problem.
Yes.
No matter the circumstances.
So
drunk,
don't
at a party, alone on a street, person who did it is the problem. 100% of the time.
Same with domestic violence.
Mini skirt, bikini, naked, doesn't matter.
I don't want to hear, well, what's his side of the story?
No.
He gave her a black eye. He raped her.
Yeah.
He broke her arm. I don't give a fuck what his side of the story is. There's no excusing that.
Absolutely not.
Control your emotions.
Please.
For someone who's taught not to be emotional.
Right.
Like, holy. Open conversations can empower others to disclose their experiences, report violence, or pursue support services.
Yes, they can.
Memoirs like The Queen's Daughter offers insight into internal and external realities of surviving sexual violence. Personal testimonies can influence community attitudes, institutional policies, and media representation of survivors. Narratives rooted in lived experiences foster connection, empathy, and social pressure for reform.
Yeah.
Survivors often depend on local crisis centers, advocacy networks, and trauma-informed professionals, which is a big lack.
Yeah.
Particularly in smaller regions where resources may be limited.
Yeah, even like here.
Yeah.
One person.
Fucking one for 12 cities.
One person, and is tired. They're tired.
I imagine so.
I would also be tired.
Broader areas, such as the Windsor, Detroit, face unique challenges. Cross-jurisdictional crime, complex policing structures, and increased vulnerability tied to nightlife and mobility.
Yeah.
Stories like McCormick's emphasizes the ongoing need for better services, education, and community accountability.
Yep.
Survivor advocates. There
you go.
Blah, blah, blah. Play a key role in improving public awareness and prevention strategies and access to justice. I'm laughing at the noises in the background.
Yes. Yes, we absolutely in our communities support your local sex ed centers. Sex centers. Support your local sex centers. Find a brothel, give it $5. All day long, you'll have good luck. Just kidding.
But maybe you will.
I don't know.
Because I believe what you put out into the universe, you receive. So if you are, thinking bad, negative things, bad, negative shit will happen to you. If you are doing good for other people, you attract more flies with honey than with vinegar.
That's right. And also, I don't know if I've ever said this on this podcast, but I do like to remind people what I learned about karma. Somebody told me this one time. I think I've told you this. So the westernized version of karma is do good things and good things will come back to you. But true karma, Eastern karma, real karma.
Your next life, right?
No.
Oh.
Is the way you get good karma. Because we Mickey Moused it. We McDonald's it.
Yeah.
We capitalized it, right? The way you actually get good karma is how you react to the bad things that happen to you.
Oh, I like that even better.
Yeah. So if bad things are happening to you and you're like, why is this always happening to me? The bad things are going to keep coming. If you react to bad things with grace, like the other day I was bringing one of the racks of flowers out, and it's a rack and it's on wheels and it's got all these buckets of flowers. And there was a small bucket with tall flowers. And as I was turning the rack, the whole bucket fell on me because it was top heavy.
Yeah.
Naturally. And I didn't do that. And I always get frustrated when people put the tall flowers in the small buckets. And I could have went, but instead I just laughed.
You got baptized in flower water.
I got baptized in Spider Mom's flower water.
I like it. I did.
Spider Mom's flower water. That was really hard to say. Should I do the current case?
Go for it.
For this week's current case,
A dramatic pause.
yeah. Well, for the theme song.
Mm-hmm.
For this week's current case, we're staying close to the border and close to the themes of this episode with a developing situation out of Windsor, Ontario. And this will very closely mirror to what happens here in Niagara as well. Over the past year, Windsor Police and the Ontario Provincial Police Anti-Human Trafficking Unit have announced multiple arrests connected to human trafficking operations targeting young women in the Windsor-Essex area. These cases involve accusations of coercion, manipulation, intimidation, and exploitation, often beginning with what appears to be a harmless or helpful interaction. Investigators say many victims were approached in ways that seemed safe at first by someone offering assistance, a ride, a job, or a sense of belonging. In reality, police allege these encounters were used to lure women into exploitative situations where threats, control, and violence became the machinery keeping them trapped. In several of the 2023 and 2024 arrests, police emphasized that traffickers often operate in border cities, taking advantage of mobility between jurisdictions like Windsor and Detroit and exploiting the vulnerabilities of those who feel isolated, financially strained, or unsupported. Windsor police continue to urge the public to report suspicious situations, emphasizing that many victims don't come forward immediately out of fear, shame, or manipulation. They've also highlighted that trafficking doesn't only happen in big cities or hidden networks. It can happen in plain sight, in workplaces, nightlife spaces, or even through people victims know personally.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Because you trust these people.
Yeah. Like you could a new girl starts working at your work and then you go out for drinks with her and then blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It's just an example. I'm not accusing anybody in your life. This current case sits as a stark reminder. Predators still exploit vulnerability, and border communities continue to face unique challenges when it comes to protecting women and marginalized groups. For listeners who need it, Windsor Police and community partners have reinforced that help is available. Survivor support organizations, crisis lines, and anti-trafficking networks remain active across Windsor, Essex, offering trauma-informed assistance, safety planning, and resources for anyone affected.
Preach.
That's it. You got anything else to add? Have you got anything else you would like to add to this episode?
I think I've said all I need to say.
Yeah.
Because fucking...
Yeah, I'm talked out.
I'm quietly angry.
So thanks for listening to Canadian Creepies. Keep safe.
Yes.
Be creepy, but don't hang out with creepy people. Lock your windows. Hide your kids. Hide your wives.
I legitimately snorted there.
Follow us, Down the Crooked Path, Radio Valerie, and Canadian Creepies. Rate, review, comment, subscribe. Speakpipe.com/Canadian Creepies.
You're really pushing the Speakpipe. I love it.
Speakpipe.com/Canadian Creepies.
All right, guys. Stay creepy. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.